What's going on, everybody? This is Professor Crypto Banana. So many developments going on in DeFi 2.0, the Fantom ecosystem, and different strategies I have for crypto gaming projects that I want to get into. So much information, such little time. So instead of leaving you guys with nothing, I decided I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to drop down everything, but do it in rapid fire, all the alpha, point to some of the resources that I have, but do it just like very quick overview and let you guys research if you find it very interesting. So then that way you can be like, ooh, you can cherry pick what you like. And then, let me know in the comments section if there's a specific area you want me to go over, and majority rules. So then if everybody's like, yeah, do DeFi 2.0, I'll be like, I got you, fam. We're doing that. So before we get started, gotta let you know, disclaimer time, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Everything that's in this video is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a crypto expert. These are just my opinions, but yes, I'm not a crypto expert, so everything I say, man, could be highly inaccurate. I could be missing out on a lot of information, so always do your own research and know that everything I talk about and share in this video is extremely risky, so know that going in. So let's get started. I'm going to be referring to this notepad document because I just decided to write it up because we're going fast. I also got some links over here on the YouTube side, so we'll be doing that. So yes, we're doing rapid fire alpha. This is going to be raw. Here we go. Okay, so disclaimer, I am invested in a lot of these projects. I love it. My strategy is just invest in something that I like. Hopefully maybe I can get some staking, auto compounding. Once it doubles, I sell half, so then that way I can then put in my next project. Okay, so by doing so, it's like playing with house money. I don't worry about it. I got a strategy. Everybody's got their own system. Awesome. This is just mine. So I don't want you guys to ever feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you sold a little bit, but you said this project. No. So just pointing that right up front. Don't worry. I'm not a whale. You're never going to probably see in the chart. If you do see in the chart, that would be awesome. But no, it's like a little amount, but still just for ethical reasons, I'm going to drop that down. Cool. Anyways, not important. Oh yeah, and then I'll be leaving a lot of the funds, whatever, like let's say I sell half a bag, I'll be putting into projects that I research. So that's why it's really important for me to research ahead of time, okay, I'm waiting for that double for my initial investment, so then I can sell half and then put into the next ones. I'm prepared, not caught off guard. Okay, so, and then I'll be leaving everything, behind more or less until the bull run is what I think is about over. Then I'll be like, all right, then I can reassess. Do I want to sell? Do I want to keep? How do I want to reposition? So that's just kind of my strategy going forward. All right, so let's talk about DeFi 2.0. Major news. So Daniele did a podcast, and man, did he make quite some waves on Twitter in a positive way, because everybody's like, whoa, I kind of get the vision more. I see it more. Explain it more simply. Awesome. So I suggest checking it out. I have not. I think it's going to be quite amazing experience. I think Daniele is the Steve Jobs of DeFi 2.0. It's kind of like LP tokens and how you can borrow against it, do cross-chain stuff, how to use it more efficiently on Uniswap. Because what I got out of the comments on Twitter is that they found a way how to use LP tokens probably to generate a lot of revenue, and they have a lot of innovation, and then they want to, instead of keep the revenue and the profits for themselves, they want to share majority for the people. That is how I am understanding it. So that's really cool. I think a lot of people are backing that up. For example, ICE has been on a tear. It's been really building up. It hasn't even been fully launched yet, but people are really believing it, liking it, and you see the hype, and it's growing, and the price is reflecting that. I still think that there is some more increase that can definitely happen, especially, as I mentioned, if they can get that revenue going for ICE, for Spell, etc. That's why all these projects in the DeFi 2.0 space are doing really well. On my side, I also really like the token Time, which is wrapped memo, specified as wMEMO on Fantom. Now, be cautious when you buy it. Make sure that you're getting the good price, because you got to make sure that whatever you're using, the tool that you're using, is giving you a good rate, routing correctly. Maybe check on different dexes, etc., and even compare the amount against your USDC. All that extra precautions. However, I really like wrap memo because it's just auto compounding at ridiculous rates. The price seems, knock on wood, seems to be high or at least stable, so that's awesome. So then I take that wrap memo, I go over to Grim Finance, and I deposit it into the Scarecrow farm because they give really good auto compounding rates as well. So it's just auto compounding on auto compounding. I did a previous video in the past. I discussed that. I took it down because I didn't want people to have to that there is a deposit fee, and then I heard something that the one particular farm is going to have to make you redeposit due to a new launch. I didn't want people depositing, losing that fund, so I just took down that video. However, it does exist out there. Some people are like, hey, Professor, what about that video? It's out there, don't worry. But I just wanted to help you guys out. But regardless, I'll just do like a brief show right here. Actually, I'll do it right now. Okay, so let's go over some of the videos. So this is not the video, but this is the podcast that I think people were talking about, like, oh my gosh, this was amazing. So take a listen to it. I'll leave all links in the description. In addition, I'm gonna have to like boot this over here. Also, there seemed to be a video with Blocmates. I really like the stuff that he does. He tries to give a simplified explanation more in like just like a document sense. So I believe that they had a podcast or a different conversation as well. I'd like to listen to that. I have not. Keep in mind that these are two different explanations or times that it happened. And let's see. So then with the Blockmates, I'll be later on talking about SpiritSwap, but see, he did this right here. So shout out to that dude, because I always like explaining stuff, things simple, and that is awesome. So let's carry on. Oh yeah, Grim Finance. So this is what I'm talking about, Grim Finance. So you got your wrapped memo, and then you can use Scarecrow, and they are given 0.4% daily, which in previous videos I discussed how APR to APY, major difference. Now be aware that there is like a 2.4 deposit fee. So, but then if you do the calculations, like, okay, well, after, I don't know what it is, like a week or so roughly, it'll pay off for itself, and then after that is all Gucci. Again, take a look. Always be aware of smart contract risks and farms and all that, but just in general, I like it because Wrap Memo is getting me 1.6% roughly per day APR, plus this 0.4%, that's 2% per day, every single day, auto compounding. That is incredible. So I love that. And again, I'm very excited about the spell on ice. So that is the box of DeFi 2.0. They're doing a lot more stuff, especially like with Luna and other just developments. So keep on watching Daniele's Twitter post, because wow, it is amazing. They're even looking to get to like Solana and different places to do all the yield. So that's everything that I know about DeFi 2.0 in a nutshell. Let's hop over to the Fantom side. So I already mentioned what I'm doing with my wrap memo on the Fantom side, but let me take a look right here. So we're going to be looking at the Fantom price. So there was a conference that went on with Fantom. It was major hype and got a lot of attention, and there were like rumors what it could be, what it was going to be the big announcement, and people are making major price predictions. And I think based on the news that came out, it wasn't necessarily what people were expecting or wanting, so then the price dropped, and it's been kind of chilling for a bit. Not too bad. But here, I'll show it right here. So it hit a max of roughly, let's just say about $3.45 or so, and now it dropped down to $2.62. So it's been on a nice run. Look at that. Whoa. Don't mind the trend lines here. This is just how I do. But yeah, so probably there was major hype, big news, and some people probably liked the news, some didn't. Now, what is the news I'm talking about? Well, it's essentially they're going to be using Binance. So the Fantom side, I believe, is going to be using Binance and use their cloud side for a centralized exchange. So, a lot of questions like, okay, why is that a big deal? I'm not even really sure. My opinion on it thus far is this is probably more of a medium to long-term play, so you can probably get a lot more users in, a lot more investors, have it easy through a centralized exchange, but it's not just strictly through Binance, it's like a cloud of it, so they're saying that you get a lot of the benefits from the Binance side, but it's not directly tied to Binance. So that is really, I think it could be something. I don't think it hurts. I think it's, again, a medium to long-term play. Maybe other Layer 1 solutions do something similar. It could be very innovative. I'm not sure, but I see it as still a positive rather than a negative, so I'm looking forward to it. And I'm seeing that other Layer 1 solutions are starting to take off. We got Solana. Here, let's go over to CoinMarketCap quick. We can see Solana is taking number 4 position. Wow, okay. Let's see here. We got like Polkadot. A lot of coins are really pumping. Oh my goodness, Luna. Oh baby, what are you doing? 20%. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you can see, you can take a look for yourself as well. But it's just kind of the rotation, how they talk about. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're 9 minutes in. I got so much to discuss. So I'm gonna keep her moving. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so we talked about this right here. Could be something major. Oh, what I did like off of that one tweet, I know that I'm bouncing back and forth. It do be like that sometimes, so deal with it. Is notice how they're going to have the ability to have Spooky, Spirit, Tomb, Ice, Spell, Mim, Yoshi, and One Art as all on there. So we will be talking about that shortly. Talk about Layer 1 Solutions pumping. So I think Fantom will be a great place for DeFi 2.0, primarily because of the cheap gas fees, great community, and new projects all coming over. I think Fantom is still relatively unknown and underrated, and this is just my opinion, especially when you got like Popsicle Finance and other projects kind of making Fantom be the headquarter for that. Because as I mentioned, like in previous videos I discussed about Popsicle Finance, how they take your LP tokens and then they're able to eventually they'll be able to like do cross bridging to different blockchains, and I'll utilize that. And how's that done? Probably through any swap and making it really cheap because of the gas fees and whatnot. So if the hub is more on the Fantom side, I think that's just awesome. Brings in more total value locked, etc. It's a big player. Like DeFi 2.0 is growing the idea, and then hey, more people are getting introduced to DeFi 2.0. They're getting involved in the different projects. They also see Fantom blockchain. They kind of take a look around there. Okay, cool. So I also believe that new projects are coming around to the Fantom side. Fantom did the foundation have an incentive program, so if you can keep a certain amount of value locked, you get rewards. They also create another incentive program for the gaming aspect as well. So I think it takes time for new projects to get developed, and then they may be looking at Fantom because of the cheap gas fees and everything. And the incentive, I believe, goes to the projects because then they're able to then handle it however they please, how they choose. So very, very interesting stuff. That's why you're probably seeing a lot of farm and dexes come out, because they want to get that value, like the funds locked from different people, so then they can say, aha, see, look, we have this much locked up in value and we're keeping it. So then they get incentivized, and then they can give maybe higher liquidity or higher rewards and all that good stuff. But it's a foundational aspect. You got to go brick by brick by brick, right? You got to have like your dexes and good liquidity and all that good stuff. And then later on you got like, okay, maybe some NFT projects here and there, and that's starting to pick up as well. And then you're bringing that ecosystem alive and well. So Tomb Finance, as you mentioned, as I showed on that one slide, that was very interesting. It's like an OG project. They had a major issue in the past where somehow they lost the peg. I don't know how, but Harry, I believe that's his name, yay. Hopefully I spelled it correctly. He took over. He's actually the guy right here, and he's a big person when it comes to Fantom. I don't know if he's kind of like the head guy or one of the head people, but either ways, he decided to take this under his wing, and it's definitely recovered very nicely. Tomb, small market cap, great rewards, especially if you're to go into like do some LP tokens or even single side staking, use Grim Finance and the combination of Scarecrow. And I think they're starting to now get some of those Fantom incentives. One person on Twitter messaged to me, actually it was popstar.sol. Thank you for pointing that out, that he's claiming a lot, or they are claiming that a lot of whales are now moving into that project as well. So if it goes hand in hand with, I think Fantom will be growing in the future and pumping up. And Tomb, it's going to benefit from the Binance Cloud and by the advisor or Harry helping out with that, and great reward returns. I like it. It's similar to, I think, a Time and an Ohm, so something to check out. In addition, FantomStarter, it's a LaunchPad they just released recently on SpookySwap. I think is going to be major. That's just my opinion. They're doing cross-blockchain. They're not well known yet, but I think they will be big. I believe that they're verified on Fantom Alerts as a verified project. So look at the criteria, what it means to be verified. But I really like it. I saw the AMA that they had with Austin on Fantom Community Alerts. I really, really liked it. How they're going to try to say to projects like, hey, you got to be well doxed, or you have to be doxed. We want to make sure you got a good business model, etc., etc. So they seem legit. I haven't done much research, but I am invested, and I think it could be big, especially when you got like different blockchains, and I do believe in Fantom, so I think that they could be the OGs as a launch pad. So I could be taking a look at the price here. Yeah, it's a special remix. Here we go. Hold on. In the meantime, while this loads, I do a little sip. Wagwan. So you can see right here, kind of a, yeah, man, I tried to get in right at the beginning. It was just, and the slippage, that's a whole other discussion, but it seems to be holding up well. But yeah, I really like it. Can check out their Twitter page. They got kind of a cool thing with NFTs discussing where your tier is. Be aware that if you're in the US, you can't really participate in IDOs, but you can still buy the token. So my theory is that, hey, a lot of projects are going to be coming onto the Fantom side, and there's going to be some major big ones perhaps where people are like, oh, that is a good one. That is a good one. And then they're like, I want to get in. So then they're going to be needing the tokens. So a lot of people buying the tokens, even as temporary. That's really cool. And then what if they want to get a specific NFT, which I don't know if it gives a discount or always allows them to do certain things. But I think how they got like different minion keys, etc., is novel. I like it. I don't know if other projects are doing it, but it's supposed to be doing rapid fire, and this is more slow. Here you go. Okay, so let's go forward. Oh, SpiritSwap. They got so many developments going on. You need to like check out the Discord on their announcement side because it goes over my head, but it is a lot. Keep in mind that they are partnered with the DeFi 2.0 space with Daniele. Blocmates in one of the documents, as I showed earlier, I recall seeing a tweet saying that SpiritSwap is going to be one of the first tokens that can be borrowed, or the LP token can be borrowed against and utilized. So I think that's going to be major. When I look at the price of SpiritSwap, I'm like, why are you low? Why are you just chilling low? I think it's got a lot of potential. Spirit team's doing a lot of developments. Fantom community alerts even discussed how they're doing things with OlympusPRO. So check out this video. He does a really great discussion on how it works, etc. I'm going to give him like full credit. So all the information I talk about is just going to try to maybe add a little extra detail from this point. The way how I understand it, let me pull up my notes here. So in summary, I'm going to try just wrap it just a little bit different. Let's see. Oh man, I thought I said it. Oh, you know what? I will skip ahead here. Yes. So basically, providing liquidity is a problem. So meaning, if you're not on a Binance or whatever, you're just out there in the wild west and you want to swap tokens, you have to have people that voluntarily give up 2 pairs of tokens. So let's say you want people to be able to switch between Fantom and Spirit tokens. You need somebody that has both, gives it up temporarily, and then they get rewards. Well, the problem is a lot of times people get rewards, and just in general, and they get rewarded in, let's say, Spirit tokens, and then they'll just completely dump it just because they're like, hey, I want some of that money. And that causes a cascading effect because people who are just holding on to the Spirit tokens like, whoa, why is this price dumping? If it's dumping, I don't want to be a part of this. Okay, fine, I'm out. So then they sell their tokens. Okay, so now there's other people are looking at the price chart. It's going down. They don't want to get in because they're like, it's dumping too hard, right? Because it's panic selling. People who are temporarily providing those tokens are saying like, hey, I'm actually dealing with impermanent loss here. So the longer I stay in this, the less the tokens I provided are of value. Check out another video about like impermanent loss, but just in general, it's not good for them. So what they do is they get out of their LP tokens and go, whoosh. Now they got their original Fantom and their original Spirit, and they say, I'm getting rid of this Spirit. I'm just dumping it. That's a problem for twofold. Why? They just sold all their Spirit and they removed their, the tokens. So now there's less people giving up their tokens, and whenever people are buying or selling, it just moves the market so much more. But we're already in a downward side, so when somebody sells, it goes down even farther, faster. So imagine you're in a pool and you do a cannonball and you want to do the least amount of splashing possible, getting wet. What do you have? You want a big pool, long diving board, so then you just run off, cannonball right in the center, and then it's like bloop. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. What if you have a kiddie pool and you do a cannonball on that thing? Yeah, you're going to lose a lot of water. That's the equivalent. So they want to avoid that. How do they do that? They flip it. They say, okay, and this is where you can watch the video, but basically they say, okay, if you give the LP tokens through OlympusPRO and just put it in there for 7 days, the LP tokens goes to SpiritSwap, and you get rewarded with hopefully you got to check out the times, and if it's worth it at the specific rates, you get some of those tokens. You get like all of it back in tokens. Okay, so now SpiritSwap holds on to those LP tokens, so then that doesn't get like flooded. Probably some people are locked in because they're trying to get the better rates. So I can do another video about that. I want to explain it better, but that is hopefully just a different angle of how to explain it, because if SpiritSwap has those LP tokens, even if like some people are selling the tokens, doing whatever, they still hold on to the big pool. So then it's less likely to get moved and people get scared and then dumping and causing the cascading effect. So yeah, some people can still dump the tokens temporarily, but then at least it kind of like holds on. Hopefully that makes sense more. Okay, so anyways, so that was why that's a big deal. I think Liquid Driver is doing something similar. I heard that, wow, the innovation that's happening on Liquid Driver, it's a lower market cap, but they're also doing the Olympus, you know what, let me correct this, OlympusPRO, and undervalued, check it out. 8-bit nostalgia, that's kind of like more of the NFT side and land and being able to go around. They're doing a lot of stuff. They're partnered with SpiritSwap, so check out some of that. That I'm not invested in, but it does catch my attention and how it's growing. So I like that. I think it's a good sign for the Fantom side. Okay, now here's another part, and I'm going to try to crank through this within 10 minutes. So then it's under 30 minutes. Okay. Crypto gaming tokens. So I already talked about DeFi 2.0. I love it. I already got my bags packed. Now I'm looking at the crypto gaming side because I think that's going to be pumping. So we heard about Facebook changing to Metaverse. Now people are looking at it like, oh, okay. And I'm like, all right, that's why I really liked Netvrk. I've done other videos about Netvrk, just a little bit talking about how it's like the Minecraft and how it could be like the Minecraft, and there's just so many possibilities. Okay. But listen to Ellio Trades and Alex Becker on YouTube. I think that they do a great job of explaining it. Their followers are growing. People are starting to pick up what they're laying down, and they're just joining. And even if maybe what was it? It's like the follower effect, right? Because maybe the projects that they point out, maybe they're not the greatest, but if other people are like listening and they're gathering a following and people go into it, that's another aspect on how you can capitalize on the market, right? Maybe it's not the best projects that they recommend, but in their opinion, it probably is. However, because they're pointing a lot of light onto it, probably a lot of other people are joining in, and it's a whole feedback loop on it. So let me show you on this. Let me see if I missed out on any links here. I'm going to be showing, so these are like some of the prices that are going out on the different projects. I'll be going over just like my portfolio, what I got highlighted here. Let's see. Oh, I got to talk about this. Yes. Okay, we'll get to that. So this is where Popstar Soul gave me the information about too. Thank you. So this is Alex Becker's channel, and wow, he's got a lot. 929,000 at this time, and Ellio Trades got 475,000. They give great guides. They give kind of like research on the techniques that they use and strategies to vet out good gaming projects, etc. Excuse me. So let me stick to the notes, Professor. Let me stick to the notes. So crypto gaming, I think this is going to be extremely huge. It's a low market cap, great utility. Now, I've been in the gaming side. I understand that I can play games, and then you put money, and then you make your character look different, or whatever, but your money is stuck. You cannot sell it, cannot trade it, etc. NFTs help that problem out, because then you're able to trade, rent, do all this kind of awesome, amazing stuff, and that's why it's attracting a lot of people into that. It's very novel, awesome. Also, probably good for gaming projects as well, because then they don't have to go to big gaming studios and compete. They can go to these LaunchPads and other places to get funded, and then grow from there and build with the community. Very novel idea. Okay, so I see this as being really big, especially then Alex and Ellio Trades talk about, you go from kind of the NFTs, which happen with more of the art, and then the ability to trade items, to now you got the games. So what are the games that are going to be up and coming, and then the Metaverse. So then you can implement it over there. Amazing stuff. Or just even AAA games, etc. Okay. So from my side, I have a limited amount of time. I can't research every single project. Can't do that all. Man, that's what they recommend. Perhaps is just find a niche area and just target it and then like know your project inside and out. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. So I'm gonna have certain criteria on my strategy on how I play it. However, you can follow theirs, because man, I got like DeFi 2.0, I got the Fantom side, I got crypto gaming, because I think that's gonna be big too. So I'm doing some rotation, playing, diversifying a lot, which is why I really like the idea of Bison shares. They got kind of like index funds. So index funds, if you think about stock market, they got like different just stocks all wrapped together and say this is kind of like similar. Boom, you don't have to know the whole industry, but you can just kind of bet. So you can bet, let's say, on the gaming crypto side. However, what I don't like it is the selection of the gaming projects that they have in there. Man, I want to practically do another video and say like, yo, guys, you're onto something big. Just let me help you out, or can we discuss something, or can you do something, right? Because I'm looking at some of the projects, I'm like, ugh, even the ones that I limited saw were way better. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So that is what I would love to see, because I think it'd be big for people that don't really know about gaming. They're just like, whatever. I don't want to have to rebalance. Just, I know it's going to be big. Let me chuck my money into a similar index fund, gaming fund, and let's see that go up. I think that would be huge. I haven't really seen any major project capitalize on it, and I think Bison shares could do it. But again, they got to really do a better job with whatever they're giving out in their portfolio. So let me know if I should like reach out, or maybe I do like a directed video, be like, hey, Bison shares, do your thing. Either ways. Okay, so we talked about Ellio Trades, Alex Becker, NFTs, crypto games, the Metaverse. I agree. Keep a watch out on their community, because wherever they shill or point to certain projects, probably get in at good prices. Don't go in for the pump, but if they put a spotlight on it, they put their reputation on it, they want to see it be good, they got a lot of followers, so then that's an extra angle that you can benefit and capitalize, right? Again, not everything I said, not financial advice, always do your own research, okay? Let's see here. So Alex says, focus on a few projects specifically, wait for the 5, 10, 100x gains, and then rotate. Okay, so again, my time is different, so I came up with a different strategy. Number one, this is, again, Outlook. This is what I think as of right now. How much time I got? Oh my goodness, 26 minutes. Yeah, rapid fire my bum. Okay, ETH gas is too high. If you're unfamiliar with it, I had to do recently some transactions on Ethereum. I almost cried. In fact, I should have cried, because man, that was rough. I'm talking like $140 just to approve the transaction and then actually do the swap. And then, goodness gracious, let's imagine then if I had to like then sell it again, or if I do, that's just like to buy, and then imagine like selling. It's just oh. So I think a lot of people coming in the gaming space newer to crypto, they're not going to have that type amount of money. They're just not, especially when you have better options coming out with layer 1 solutions, layer 2 solutions. It's going to be, I think, a mass migration up until ETH comes out with ETH 2.0, where they don't have that gas fees and whatnot. I like ETH. Now, there's probably going to be a lot of people saying like, the security, dude, you don't know what you're talking about. Ethereum, there's a lot of major projects that are great. I agree with you. I'm just talking about, as me being a small fish, those gas fees eat me up. I think they eat up a lot of other people, and I just want to go somewhere else for the time being. I think other people will, so I'm playing on that notion. Let's see here. So I'm looking at gaming projects that are cross-chain or looking to be cross-chain and not too big of a market cap, because I want some of those X's. I want to identify the good ones. I'm willing to put in a little here, a little bake size. I got like certain bake size based on certain criteria, and I like teams that are doxed, so they show their face, probably with great past experience. Alex, he did a video saying how he researches the games, etc. Ellio Trades is probably going to be coming out with a video really soon talking about guides. I'm sure in the future they'll be doing even more. Let's see here. Alex gives some warnings about watch out for certain projects. They can make it look really good on paper, but in reality, they're just doing like copy and paste from some building blocks, Unreal Engine. They're just like, oh hey, like certain images, boom, there you go. Like, oh, looks like we're doing development, but not really. So it could be like a rug pull, could be certain things going on, not that much development. So be on the lookout for that. One good criteria is look for actual development and gameplay. That's always cool. Also keep in mind of opportunity costs, such as consider investing in a game that could be many years out. Okay, perhaps there's a game that's coming out that's kind of looking pretty cool, maybe indie style, whatever. Hey, and you can capitalize it. People play it, and then you can capitalize, flip it for some good money, and then also check out other projects in the meantime. Don't chase the pumps. One strategy is like, okay, there could be certain pumps, and then it just like dies down super flat, and then you look at the project, you identify, you say this is the gem, then you get in on it, and then watch it go, and wait for it again. Maybe like let it double, rotate it. Call that kind of like leapfrogging. It's a strategy, not stressing. Some people are saying like, I know I need that 5x gains, etc. I'm like, well, you know what? I got a strategy. I stick to it. Makes me just be really chill. Nope, I see it doubled. Yes, I want to hold longer, but hey, this is my strategy. And then it just becomes very robotic, and it removes the stress. Just saying, nope, it happened. And let me tell you, there have been plenty of times right now where I was like, I don't want to sell half. I really don't. I think this could go further. And I sold it. I said, too bad, so sad, and actually it panned out well for me, so knock on wood. So that is just, again, my strategy on that. Let's see. Another thing you could do is like even look at a video that Alex or whoever did 2 months ago, because then people get like really hyped about it, and then you look at it and say like, this was a great project. People forgot about it, moved on, got bored. Hey, okay. So then you got that offset, and then you don't have to wait for 2 months. You're like, hey. Now keep in mind, a lot of this is good in a bull run, and a bear market could be perhaps bad, or it could be a great time to accumulate, right? So, and then when you invest in a project, then you can always be like, ooh, hey, I'm going to do research on the next one. So then when finally something flips and I can double it, then I'm already prepared for that next project. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And then it's also great during a bear market, because then you just put a little here, small big here, small big there, small big there, and then hopefully as time progresses, something doubles, and then you can just keep on doing like a waterfall. You're more experienced. So research is important. But again, hey, Professor, you said you're not researching. Correct. I'm just kind of going on little visuals, just doing a little drop here, little drop here, little drop here. I got a lot going on, but it's kind of cool. So strategy's panning out, dabbling. We'll see how it pays off. So as I mentioned, I can't. Hold on. So projects that Alex and Ellio have already pumped up or have been pushing out. Super. I think Super is really underrated, in my opinion. As for Ellio Trades, he's been probably doing development with it, and he's not really shilling it out. But people know about it. He's been talking about it here and there, but not really any major releases, not really major shilling. So, but if it's been for a few years and he's talking about development, I think he could be getting closer where the hype and everything is real. Again, a lot of followers, audience, so I'm playing off that. Alex Becker, he's got D-Race and other projects that he's an advisor on and he pushes for. So, hey, always watch for that. Can't research all projects, so instead of me trying to like pick the winner, I like the idea of getting into LaunchPads. So earlier I talked about FantomStarter, but yeah, certain LaunchPads, if they're good, what will happen is people will say like, oh, I want to get on this one specific project that they're funding or doing a private sale on, so I have to buy the LaunchPad token, and then I can get into the private sale by lottery, by chance, whatever. So then if I see like a major pump, hey, that's awesome, because why try to pick the individual project when I just know in general hopefully it's going to be good. So get into these LaunchPad products or projects, whatever. Keep in mind, US side can't get into the IDOs, but again, I'm looking at other people that are trying to benefit, get into it, and I'll be more of a gatekeeper. Mentioned plenty of times. Sometimes a lot of the times I get a token, I wait for it to double, then I sell half and rotate it, and then whatever I have left in that token is just house money for the rest of the bull run. Some projects I'm looking at right now, in terms of launchpads, Seedify, Chain Guardians, I like Chain Guardians, FantomStarter, already mentioned that, PolkaStar because they're cross-chain, and maybe even Binance Smart Chain Launchpad, but there's only so many that I can get into, so I've gotten into these thus far, and eventually I may take a look at that. When it comes to games, I look at things that I think look really cool, not because I don't have the time to play them, but I just look at it and say, okay, that looks cool based on the preview. I see that there's kind of unique development. I'm willing to just nibble, take a little, throw out some bait. Let's see what happens there. I'm attempting to avoid the too cartoony Axie Infinity clones. Again, no disrespect. This is just what I'm trying to avoid. I like something that's more innovative, kind of attractive, in that way, something novel. Staking could also be a bonus. Again, I like cross-chain, different projects as well. I don't want to get dumped on from play to earn too much, so that's a little bit of a risk that I'm taking on, where it's play to earn. A lot of people get in, maybe they play the game, they think that's boring, they dump the token on me, and I'm not playing, so I'm not really getting more. That'd be very unfortunate. That's why I still like the, hey, maybe some people FOMO in, and then I double my money, sell half, and then move on. So some of the projects that I'm looking at now, granted these are just some. There's a lot. I'm looking at WonderHero. That one I'm going to show. I like Duelist King, cross blockchain. Monsters Clan, they got like an alpha release coming out in December. I think that could have some hype. FantomStarter, LaunchPad on Fantom, talked about it enough, love it. Project Quantum, AAA rated game in the development. Watch out for the reflections, meaning there's like a 10% buy fee and a 10% sell fee. So be aware of that. Very cautious. However, I really like it. When you do the 10%, when you actually hold the token, there's what's reflections, so then some of that 10% fees actually come to you. So it's almost like an automated form of staking. But I really like the project. It's kind of like a PvP it's like a PvP player versus player gun game. So shooter game. I really like it. I think it looks cool. But again, do your own research. Netvrk, it's more of a metaverse. So many collaborations. The fact that they are not getting hyped right now after the whole Facebook metaverse thing, I can't tell you, but I think it'll be big. They got like a lot more announcements and actually land minting, so I think it'll be popping. Meta Wars, Super Farms, again, it's more Ellio Trades project, it's more of a LaunchPad. D-Race, talked about Alex Becker, CDeFi, LaunchPad, Polkastar, LaunchPad, Cross-Chain, Vulcan Forge, this was pushed by Alex Becker, and Rev. So let's take a look at some of the sites quick, and then I will let you guys go. Did I miss anything? So this is the buy game, BiShares. They're fun. I do like the CDeFi, maybe a little bit of the Rev, maybe of the Axie Infinity. Don't really know about these other ones. So as mentioned, not a fan of some of these. I'm wondering if they could mix it up. These are some of the charts. So sometimes you may see like a boost. You go, whoa, I want to get in here. And then you say like, what about here? They say like you need kind of more of a flat line for a bit. But I don't know. This is a bull run. Things are happening. I'm not an expert, so you do you. Watch the videos on Alex, again, given the resources. Let's just take a look at some of these prices. So see, this is more of a cooling off. That's kind of nice. What the heck is this? Meta Wars. Yes, I like Meta Wars. Let's see. Qubit. This has performed well. This ALU, I know this one is pumping. I'm like, ooh, it would be nice, but I don't want to touch it because it's just too high, It's unsustainable. You want to be early, not late. So Qubit right here, you can see you got these pumps, you got these flat line, and then here's kind of where you want to attack it, and then bam, goes up, flat line, bam, and then you cry, but then you wait for maybe sometime around here, maybe you get in, do that. So that's the strategy. Sometimes if a project's like low market cap, I really like it. It hasn't been too influenced. I'm like, screw it, I'll still nibble. Put out a small bag size, go from there. All right, let's see. So this is an example of WonderHero. I didn't even research this a lot. I just came here, I looked, I said, I saw some of the video play going on. Like, yeah, that looks really unique. I like the art, I like how that's going, I like the animation, the effects. That was enough to get me sold. Now, I'm one of those that I should probably research and do a lot more, know about the team, the developers. I highly recommend that. Do your own research. However, again, just small experiment. Shoot first, ask questions later. But look at that, like animation. Oh, that looks cool in my opinion. So that's why I got in on that. Alex even mentioned it just recently. And then it's like play to earn, so you got to be aware of the token dropping. And probably you buy the token to get the NFT, and then you can like stake it, get different weapons. I don't know. But this is something where I say, okay, this is something unique. This is novel. This looks really cool. I like it. I'm in. So I said I'd share kind of some of the tokens I'm looking at. So here we go. This is going to be just kind of my regular, and then I'll be looking at some of the game ones over here. So at this point in time, Bitcoin's at 63K, Ethereum at 4,600. This is the lay of the land. So yeah, I use some of these as just reference, but I'm liking Fantom. I'm liking Spell. I'm liking Time. Oh my goodness, this is the 2% gainer, and if it just goes up in value as well, because of DeFi 2.0, watch out. Popsicle Finance, 182, $48, hasn't even released yet or launched their official stuff, getting soon. That I could see going up way higher. Super Farm, doing pretty good. Let's see. I would like Joe, not in it. PokeStar, I'm in it to win it. Altura, you can see there was that major pump. Now it's probably getting that correction. Like AnySwap, Crosschain, Star Atlas, but I think it just did a little bit too much too fast. Cetify, look at you. Some decentralized exchanges, D-Race, SpiritSwap. Man, I'm looking at SpiritSwap saying some big potential. I think it's for SpiritSwap based on their connection to DeFi 2.0, the developments they have going on, Fantom, and the fact that they're just dropped in that price. That I think could be really big. Chain Guardian's got a major pump, so watch out. Consider it. Again, not financial advice. You do your own research. You get in on whatever you like. Some of these are like more of the Fantom side. FantomStarter just got released. Look at that. Just low market cap. Nobody really knows about this. WonderHero, loving that. And yeah. From the gaming side, I just bookmarked some of these just for reference. You can always go to CoinGecko and you can look at certain categories. You can go to, what is it? You can go to categories and then click on gaming, number 21 currently, and boom, look at this. So I can just come in here, star whatever I think or that I heard about or that I'm intrigued by, and then just go from there. So not all these I'm invested in, but I made a note, and if there's any great ones, I'm hesitant to say, let me know in the comments, but I don't know. Don't disappoint me. If it's high quality, do it. If it's not, don't show. How about that? Fair enough? If you abuse this privilege, I'm not going to say it anymore. Okay. Oh my gosh. 41 minutes. No, that's really all that you get. So, we're going to do Concludy time. Concludy time. So, everything I said in this video, shared, not financial advice. Do your own research. I'm very bullish on DeFi 2.0. I got my bags all set. I'm very excited and pumped for what's going to be happening here. I also like the combination effect, extra play on the Fantom ecosystem side. I think that it does tie in well with DeFi 2.0 and just in general, I love Fantom. It's got a really good chill moment, so some funds could be rotating over there eventually. Love it, love it, love it. Different projects on the Fantom ecosystem side are teaming up with Ohm, which is like a number 50 project ranking, and doing some great innovation with there. Check out Fam Alerts on how they do that stuff. And I gave some strategies on the crypto gaming side, especially during the bull run, even on the bear run. I think that it's got a lot of potential. It's very undervalued, very not understood, especially by kind of, just people in general. And I think that there's a lot of gamers, a lot of people that are going to see the utility in this, and that's a game changer. Right? Because, but specifically when it comes to not having the gas fees, there's going to be a lot of projects out there. It's going to take a lot of time to filter it out, understand it. So be aware of that. But in general, there's different strategies, and that's just how I'm playing it. And hopefully it works out well. So that is all the alpha that I got for you guys. I hope that works out, and I'll see you next time. Pieces. Boo-boo.